terrified of the things you're doing. It's terrifying.
Some parents and teachers in the Manitowoc Public School District are accusing school board members of moving too quickly in what they call a drastic overhaul of current curriculum.
We're going to lose quality staff members through too fast change that doesn't involve us.
However, nearly equal to those who voiced concern at the meeting about the school board were those who expressed support.
A group who has recognized that the relatively woke curriculum that has let our children down needs to be replaced with real learning.
Manitowoc's middle and high schools met few expectations in the report card the state recently released for last school year. The district's other 7 schools met or exceeded expectations. The district also had 29% of its students reading at grade level, which is below the state average of 37%.
Those on the other side have no right to complain. MPS failed our children miserably in the past years under their control.
At the center of the proposed curriculum changes has been interim superintendent James File.
He's a placeholder. He's supposed to steer the ship, not turn a sailboat into a canoe.
At Tuesday night's meeting, the board voted to begin contract negotiations with File for the rest of this school year and next.
I see no reason to waste any more time or taxpayers' money searching for something that we already have.
The process is important. It's also important to make the right decisions. I think the board feels like they're making the right decision because we'll remove it.
The final vote was unanimous, including support from the 3 members voters selected in April to replace 3 incumbents.
24 concerned residents waited eagerly for the Manitowoc School Board to make a decision on a proposed curriculum program. But in the end, no decision was made as the board decided to delay a vote to allow for more time to discuss.
I want to adopt this right now and say, yeah, let's go for it. I would like to, however, put a pause on it to have a group of people come together and see if there's any way that what you've chosen can have a marriage with what we've been talking about as far as a pilot program.
Board President Stacy Soldner says it's too important to rush into a decision. However, she says she wants to implement aspects of a plan already in the works. The board's plan has been controversial among community members on social media. One says, how on earth did we get to where we are today in having a board who claims to love all of children so much and have respect for our educators that they dismiss curriculum choices based on the research and vetting of MPSD educators? District officials decided to not commit to anything. Teachers and principals in the district collaborated on the English language arts proposal. Those who presented say it was made to address low ELA proficiency levels. After staying quiet through most of the board discussion, Interim Superintendent James File says he wants the community's input to be heard before a decision is made. He also says it's about more than just curriculum.
Obviously, there's systems that need to be in place for everything to work. We also think about our teachers and what are we doing and really engaging them from the training to the reinforcement to everything linked together.
Coming out of the years we've had, the viruses are coming back.
Dr. Mark Cockley is the Chief Clinical Officer at ThedaCare. He says there is not just a rise in the respiratory virus RSV, but also influenza and COVID.
We're not doing as much masking, hand washing, distancing, so we're seeing that spike and everything. So we're going to have more COVID, we're going to have more influenza, we're going to have more RSV.
Children and the elderly aren't the only ones affected by RSV. Each year, Cockley points out 10 to 15,000 adults die of RSV, many with underlying conditions. And locally, the rise in cases is being seen earlier this year.
So as the cases rise in the community, more of those people are going to get infected, then that results in office visits, hospital visits, ED visits, as those people are at risk get hospitalized.
Symptoms of RSV are similar to the flu and COVID: runny nose, cough, sore throat, fever. A visit to the doctor can determine which virus or viruses you have to help with treatment.
But more importantly, to know what you have so you can isolate yourself from others to prevent the spread.
You can get it when people are infected and coughing or sneezing, and you get those respiratory droplets in the air. RSV can also live on hard surfaces.
The best medical advice to prevent illness is familiar from the pandemic. To get a flu shot, wash your hands, wear masks, and stay home and isolate if sick, even if it means missing a family gathering.
Everyone likes to see family, but if someone is sick, especially if you have people that have medical conditions in the family, it's best to avoid those gatherings to prevent the spread throughout your family.